Welcome back to Aisha.Academy. And in today's video, we're going through Factorising and Expanding Quadratics. So first of all, when it comes to factorising quadratics, it usually involves putting quadratic equations into two brackets. So we've gone through linear ones where it involves one bracket, these involve two brackets. So to refresh your memory, the quadratic formula is ax squared plus bx plus c. So tip number one is if c is equal to 0, then you're dealing with a single bracket factorization. And the second tip is if b is 0, then it will be the difference of two squares. So here's an example of what that means. So if a question says factorize x squared plus 100, what this means is you're going to work out the square root of 100, so the square root of it, which is 10, and then it's still going to be a two bracket factorization, but it's just that one of the brackets is going to be with a plus 10, the other one is going to be a negative 10, and it's going to be x at the beginning because we know the square root of x squared is x. So this is what it means by the difference of two squares. So two squared numbers in the bracket is just one positive, one negative, so difference between the two. So these are other rules for two bracket factorizing. Number one is that if c is a positive integer, then the signs in both brackets must be the same as the sign of b. But if c is negative, then the signs in the brackets must be different. And the bigger number will have the same sign as b. Second point is to find the numbers in the brackets. First of all, you need to find the pairs of numbers that multiply to give c, but then those pairs of numbers must add together to give the value of b. So the pairs of numbers can give both b and c are the numbers in the brackets. So here we're going to go through some practice questions just to consolidate our learning on that. So example 1. So in this question it wants us to factorize x squared plus 3x minus 10. So from this we can see that c is a negative integer. So the signs in the brackets are going to be different. A is 1, so it's just going to be x in each bracket. So a is normally in front of the squared value, the x squared, but it's just 1, so it's just going to be x at the beginning of each bracket. And again, because we know that c is negative, we're going to have an x plus in one bracket and an x minus in the other bracket. Then now we need to find two values that are going to multiply together to give minus 10, but add together to give plus 3. So here we're going to be thinking of different pairs of numbers that multiply to give minus 10. So one pair that we can think of is 2 times minus 5. And 2 times minus 5, ironically, also add together to give plus 3. So this is going to be the pair that we will use in the brackets, as this pair makes minus 3 when we add them together. And so the final answer is going to be x plus 2 and then x minus 5 in the other bracket. Example 2. So in this question, we've been given y squared minus 10y plus 16. Here c is positive, so this means that the signs in the brackets are going to be the same as the sign as b. Here b is minus 10, it's negative, so both brackets are going to have negative signs. Again, a is 1, so it's just going to be y at the beginning of each bracket. So we're going to have y minus in both brackets. Next, we need to find a pair of numbers that multiply to give 16, but then when we add them together to give minus 10. So the first pair that we can think of is minus 2 multiplied by minus 8. Remember, both of these numbers need to be negative as it states already in the brackets. So again, luckily enough, minus 2 add minus 8 both make minus 10. And so we've already found our pair of numbers that we're going to use in the brackets. So the final answer is going to be your y minus 2 and your y minus 8. So now we've done factorizing, but when it comes to expanding quadratics, it's slightly different in the sense of this is going to involve changing the two brackets into the quadratic equation. So rather than quadratic equation into the two brackets, it's the other way around. It's the opposite. So here, for instance, if we have in one of our brackets x plus 3, but in our other bracket we have x plus 2, usually there's different ways of doing this, but long story short, you're going to draw lines from each term in one bracket to the other term in the other bracket and multiply them. So some people may have learnt making a half crescent moon or making the smiley face. Either way it works. So the x times x gives our x squared, x times 2 gives our 2x, x times 3 gives our 3x, and lastly 2 times 3 gives plus 6. And then lastly we need to simplify this. So luckily the 2x and the 3x can both be added together and they can both give 5x when added together. So our final answer will be x squared plus 5x plus 6. So again, we're going to go through some practice questions now. So example 1. So in this question, it wants us to expand and simplify x minus 5 times x plus 3. So again, we're going to draw the lines. So x times x is going to give us our x squared. X times our 3 will give us plus 3x. And then x times minus 5 will give us minus 5x, sorry. And then minus 5 times 3 will give us minus 15. Then we are going to simplify, and by simplifying we can do the plus 3x minus 5x, which would leave you with minus 2x. So our final answer will be x squared minus 2x minus 15. Example 2. So in this scenario, we're expanding y plus 2 times y plus 5. So again, same method. So we're going to draw the lines. So I've actually drawn using the crescent moon method, as you can see in example 1. It's kind of formed a half moon. So it's going to leave us with y squared plus 5y plus 2y plus 10. And again, we're going to simplify. So adding the 5y and the 2y together, which will leave you with an answer of y squared plus 7y plus 10. And that's it, guys. I hope that was really useful, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content.